Hey there, you. I need to come up with an opening line of some sort. What's up? Hey ya. I'm diggity diggity goo. I'll work on this later. So it finally happened. The light went out. I know you can't really see it, but there's a light back up there. It's the soft light in the room, and it really adds a lot. And it died. It's really high up there. I don't know what exactly I'm going to do about that. I might have to climb up on the little half wall behind me. And then last night I thought I was on the verge of becoming violently ill. And what follows is why I thought that might be the case. So on Sunday, I was invited to a brunch at some friend's place, and they asked me to bring baguettes. It doesn't get any more stereotypical than that. Of course, I hadn't eaten anything at this point either, so when I went to buy the baguettes, which took a long time because there aren't a whole lot of bakeries open on Sundays in Paris, but I finally found one, and I got what's called a chausson au pain, and it's like this little pastry, maybe not that little, I guess it's like that, and it's pretty much a pastry full of applesauce. It's what Hot Pockets were supposed to be, and they stand to show us just how far Hot Pockets fell. Anyways, I had to hold on to it because I didn't want to eat it while I was walking. That would risk getting applesauce all over my sister's gloves, the gloves that my sister bought for me. That would be bad. And then of course it also means I have to take the gloves off and it's really cold and I don't want to risk getting frostbite. So I made it all the way to the metro station. I get down there, I start eating this pastry, and then the train shows up when I've got just a little bit of the pastry left, not a whole lot left, right? So here I am juggling these baguettes, and then I've got this little pastry and I'm like, "Grr." So I go up to the metro, and the way that the doors work is they've got a little latch that you pull up. And so I go with my pastry hand to do that. This was a bad idea. And as I swing it up a little bit, it gets to that pressure point where it's just going to release and like that. And so as it goes and the doors open, the pastry explodes. It explodes. So now there's pastry everywhere, and of course everybody sitting on the train is looking at me like, what an idiot. There's chunks of pastry on the ground, there's blobs of applesauce, but it's not like I'm going to wait for the next train. I mean, I'm already late to this brunch, right? So I get on the train, I sit down like, everything's normal, right? And then I'm looking around and I'm like, I should be picking these pieces of pastry up, I think. So I start picking up the pieces of pastry, and of course I'm only using this hand, but somehow in the explosion I did manage to get applesauce all over this glove, which is really discouraging. As I'm going to pick these things up, of course, I have to remind myself not to lick my fingers because that's on the floor of a Parisian metro, which is not exactly clean. I mean, unless you consider cleaning it out with urine clean or beer or whatever it is that's been on the ground of this thing, you don't want to go around licking it. Of course, I have like 10 minutes to go. Like, I have to sit there holding these huge chunks of delicious pastry in my hand while I'm still getting frustrated about the stickiness of my glove over here. And eventually, I forget. I won't go so far as to say that I ate anything, but I definitely had a moment where the stickiness and the knowledge of how delicious the stickiness was got to me. And I finally... No amount of spitting can undo what I had already done. And so last night, when I started feeling kind of miserable, I thought I might be getting violently ill, and I might have died. If you enjoyed this story, give it a like. If you want to hear more, subscribe, and I will talk to you again later. This is already way too long. See you later.